Alright, so this is the second video. We're going to continue our discussion on the same exact problem. So we do have that alpha equals 0.05. That's right. So now let's figure out the null hypothesis and the alternate hypothesis. So we have the null hypothesis, my favorite, is that it's just mu equals the same thing. There we go. That's what we have. The alternate hypothesis is that, let's see, they're asking, is there evidence to support the claim at a 0.05? So the claim that the average cost of tuition and fees at the four-year college is that, she selects at random and finds the mean to be this. Okay, so we keep on going and we want to know if it's bigger than 5,700. Okay, and this is the claim of the researcher here. Okay, and then we want to, now, since we're doing the p-value, we want to find the z-score first. So we want to figure out the z-score. It's still our same formula here. We're going to substitute in. There we go, and we get 2.28. So that's our z-score. We could actually draw the table, or the bell curve here. So we have, remember our alpha is 0.05, and we want to know, we got a right tail test here. And we know that this area is 0.05. Okay. So then it's saying we got our z-value of 2.28. We want to know where it is. We don't know what this z-value is. All we know is that the pink area is 0.05. So then the next thing that we're going to do is focus in on this z-score of being 2.28. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just copy this. We need a little bit more room. And it looks like we're not going to get any more room. All right, so anyhow, what we have to do is look up on the table. Look up in table E. The z equals 2.28. Then we find that the area equals 0.9887. All right, so that's the part that I'm actually going to copy, and we'll go on to the next slide. So we have that area. I'm going to draw it here so we can figure out what we got. So that's saying, remember how table E works. We got our bell curve. We got our point 2.28. We know that the area over here in the blue is what that gave us, that 9,887. That means we can figure out what this area is, this yellow area. You just do 1 minus 9,887 and we get 0.0113. So we had that area is 0.0113. Now, if we go back to our table, our original bell curve, because they're saying that alpha is 0.05, we got this 0.005, so we see that the area of the pink is bigger than the area of the yellow. So that means our z-value is going to be over here in the critical region, because this is like, this part is the yellow part over in the left portion. So what that's saying is that we have our z-value, our 2.28, is in that critical region. So we are going to reject the null hypothesis. So that's kind of like what we were saying back here in this slide. So if the p-value is smaller than our alpha, I guess, yeah, so we got our p-value was the 0.0113, and we got that it's less than or equal to our 0.05. And so that's why we're rejecting the null hypothesis. All right, so that's what's going on there. And then let's see another one, okay? We got one example down. Let's do another one. So in this one, we're talking about wind speed. And I don't know if you can hear this, but it's pretty windy where I'm at right now. So we got a researcher claims that the average wind speed in a certain city is 8 miles per hour. A sample of 32 days has an average wind speed, oh, it's sneaky, an average wind speed of 8.2 miles per hour. So here we go, we're still right. Mu is 8, n is 32. The wind speed here for our sample was 8.2. The standard deviation of the population is 0.6 miles per hour. We got alpha equals 0.05, which is really nice because that's what we had last time. And they want to know, is there enough evidence to reject the claim? Use the p-value method. So here we go. We still have to figure out what the null hypothesis is. It's my favorite, whatever mu is. There we are. Now, for the alternate hypothesis, we have to think a little bit. So, is there enough evidence to reject the claim? The claim that the average wind speed in a certain city is 8 miles per hour. All right, so the alternate hypothesis is that it doesn't equal 8. This is the claim, right? We got our claim is that it's 8 miles per hour. And we want to know, is there enough evidence to reject the claim? So remember, when we're doing the p-value method, we have to go and find the z-score first. So we find our z-score. Substituting in the values. All right, we get a z-value of 1.89. We look up in table E, see the area for the z equals 1.89, and we find that the area equals 0.9706. Okay, now we're going to have to draw a table. I'm going to have to go to the next video.